Hello everybody, welcome to the Sunoco Royale, the start of the special event here at Homestead, Miami Speedway, as we are in the mid-season break, and we all know that that means that the Royale is about to be on. We come into the Royale here with a few bits of news, a brand new Royale system, a mid-season trade, and a few things to discuss, but we'll discuss that when that time comes. But right now we are going into the part of the Royale that we all know. It's the heat races, where it is time to see who will make it in and who will be going home in the Royale. There's already 16 people locked into the Royale coming into this event. 16 people still need to lock themselves in through 2 heats. 8 people apiece, 18 people per heat, as it's a record 52 entries into the Royale this season. And it is now starting to go. It's starting to get on here at Homestead Miami Speedway. The first bit of news we had to talk about is that there was a mid-season trade between Vince Freeze and Julio Cesar. Julio Cesar now in the Ford Performance number 35 car, as they have yet to find a sponsor for the 35, so they're looking to entertain some sponsors here at the Royale. Making the Royale would be good, but right now they start outside a transfer spot. The top 8 is where you want to be. There's not necessarily a pole position here, as the Royale, as these seats are decided by random draw. But let's go through the field. You got Steven Thompson and Kieran Mulcher on row 1. A few full-time drivers we all know. On row 2, PJ Kernko last in points with Steven Thompson, trying to make up for some lost time. Doing good in this Royale would be good momentum to go into the next few points races. Alongside Bobo Jones, it's not Bobby, it's Bobo Jones in the number 0 blue BMW for Trailblazer Motorsports. He's the one off for that team here today. On row 3, you got Dak Jovic. If I'm correct, 3 Scott Ganassis have not been locked in. Jovic being one of the only one that is locked in is John Art. And that's alongside Diego Yepes in the Fallout Racing. Number 77. Let's see if we can get a good look at that car. I'll just do this. In the Brisk T number 77 car for Fallout. As on row 4, you got Vince Freeze and Ryan Griffin. Freeze, his first drive for Fitzwater Australia. Can he make up for a not too good start of the season he had with Roush Racing Enterprises? On row 5, you got Shane Vincent and Julio Cesar. Cesar trying to impress now that he's in a rank A. Can he qualify in? On row 6, it's Vance Caldwell and Chris Dodd, or Shane Vincent. No, I'm just messing with Shane Vincent was on the last row. It is Vance Caldwell and Chris Dodd. Then it's Priya McShane and Tyler Thaber in their last races. Since last in Vegas was their last points race, it's just their last races before we see Windhelm and Fitzwater return. So this is their goodbye race for the time being. We may see him next season, you never know. Cody Lamas now under Monaco Dynasty because part-time contracts are not restricted here. So if you guys have transferred over to other teams, since other teams were taken, alongside Gatlin Downey, and then it's Morgan Fuller and Alex Bignacco rounding out the field. All right, 15 laps here around Homestead Miami Speedway. Only heats this season, no last chance qualifier. That means that it's Steven Thompson who will lead it down to the green flag here by random draw to see who can get themselves in. Green flag is in the air, and it's an amazing start out of the Monaco Dynasty machine. His teammate Bouchard will be in the next heat, so he's just got to carry the torch in heat 1 and hope that Bouchard can follow through. Dak Jovic made the inside work very well from P5. All lines can work around here, so expect some shuffling. Kieran Mulcher may have the advantage here up high. Yepes going really high with help from Julio Cesar. But it's Steven Thompson who will lead your first lap here in Homestead. There's some people back here who really need to make up some spots. People like that person in the 66, the Maverick Wolf Target machine. That is Morgan Fuller, your second in points, if I'm correct, in lights, coming out of Vegas. So she's been on a real good streak lately. And there's a lot of talk about her entering the Elite Series next season. Oh! That's Lamas and McShane gets sent to the wall with Downey, and that might just end all three of their days. Battle up front. It's Thompson versus Jones. Bobo Jones, that is. Thompson had a terrible run through 1 and 2 and is going to drop under pressure from the 6 of Griffin now. Griffin also wants to get in. We look at your last transfer spot being a fight between the Roush Racing cars of Julio Caesar and Shane Vincent. Shane going down the inside of everyone. Going that low can be risky because you can lose a lot of momentum out of the corner, and that seems to be what's happening here. The battle is on back here. You know they're being aggressive, and I expect a caution. Question is when and who. They're 4 wide. It might be now. Tyler Thaber trying to take them all. Oh, Thompson just got in the wall. Him and Mulcher tagged. But they are good. Look at Freeze on the outside in his new Fitzwater Australia 43 car. He's trying to get himself in to a great position. Although where you finish here doesn't really matter. All that matters is that you're in. If you're in, you're good. But Bobo Jones putting on a clinic right now. It's lap 5 of 15 in this heat. And he is trying to run away. Griffin trying to go after him. And here comes Morgan Fuller trying to overtake Shane Vincent. On that outside! So big hit there. And that's the 2 cars that were just traded between each other. Caesar and Freeze are in the wall. That just shook up the order. Griffin now putting on the pressure. Onto the 0. It's Trailblazer versus Chuck Allison. Here in Heat 1. But don't count Dodd out. He miraculously knows how to win any race that isn't an actual race that goes for a win. He can always tend to do that, but he can't get an actual win under his belt. So I wouldn't be surprised if he challenges for this one. But right now, it is Shane Vincent in your last transfer spot, fighting with Kieran Mulcher after that mix-up. And I don't think the Roush Racing car is going to make the field. Although Caesar looks desperate like he wants to try. Let's go see what happened between them. So it would be Dak Jovic who pushes Caesar, pushes Freeze into Caesar and force this whole mess. Jovic, if he makes it in, there may be a possibility he could get kicked out for that, because that was aggressive. Right now, it's surprisingly Alex Benyako, the rank D driver, in the last transfer spot. More rank Ds made it in so far than I thought they would. As you see, Steven Thompson's also here with a good performance in 5th. Tyler Thaber looks like he's going to make it in. We've had a few things that almost ended at incidents, but didn't. Surprisingly, Kieran Mulcher not in a position to make the race. He was one of the drivers that everyone expected to make it, but because of all the incidents that have happened, a few people just got shuffled back. And some people haven't been able to make up spots because they were held up by the incidents, people like Morgan Fuller. But Mulcher not giving up. Now Mulcher's going around the outside of Dak Jovic. Jovic, even if Jovic makes it in, I doubt he'd be able to keep it due to a possible incoming penalty for turning Freeze. But Mulcher gonna go around his outside. Ford trying to get someone else in. If they cannot get Caesar in, then they're gonna try to get Mulcher. Fuller on the outside trying to get up there. Mulcher's now on the hunt. But he doesn't have long, 3 to go. And Jones has put a gap onto Griffin as it's Caldwell versus Dodd for 3rd. These guys are in. It's the fight back here and possibly Kieran Mulcher. He just needs to make up some time. It's 2 to go this next time. Does Mulcher have enough time to make it? Shane Vincent goes wide on Tyler Thaber and is going to overtake him, putting himself in a safe position. He's safe. Alex Bignacco has to be nervous because he sees that 8 car closing quickly. Does Mulcher have anything for Bignacco? He's the top ranked C in the field this season. He's the guy everyone's watching. I don't think he's gonna get it. As instead, Bignacco's gonna be challenging Faber. White flag is in the air for Bobo Jones in his first start, and he's gonna beat some great veterans who sit behind him. As he turns 1 and 2, it was a clinic heat for him. He got to the lead. Griffin had a challenge for a moment, but couldn't keep it behind him. Through 3 and 4, first race on the repave, and a rookie is going to pull it off. It's Bobo Jones winning Heat 1 and will lock himself into the Royale. Griffin, Caldwell, Dodd, Thompson, Shane Vincent, Faber, and Bignacco. Kieran Mulcher, Morgan Fuller, Dak Jovic, Julio Cesar, Diego Yepes, PJ Karenko, Gatlin Downey, Cody Lamas, Priya McShane, and Vince Freeze will not make the show. But Bobo Jones in his first career start will make it into the Royale. Trailblazer has to be very happy with the performance from the 0 car. He showed a lot of speed here today. Griffin also making it in, making his team very happy. Congratulations to Bobo Jones. He's made the show. Griffin, Caldwell, Dodd, Thompson, Shane Vincent, Tyler Faber, and Alex Bignacco will make the show. Priya McShane, it was fun having you, but now it's her time to pack up and head back to Lights, where she is just going to have to work on her Lights performance from here, because that is it for Priya McShane in Elite. Although Tyler Faber still has some to go. Congratulations to the 0 car, Bobo Jones. Let's go look at your finishing results. And so it's Bobo Jones taking the win here at Homestead in the first heat in his very first start. It's Ryan Griffin in second, Caldwell in third, Dodd in fourth, Thompson makes it in for rank D. It was a great start. He got pole in a random draw and was still on 5th, was able to keep that car fast enough to keep him in the game. Shane Vincent will make 6th, meaning Dodd and Vincent, the 2 rank A part-timers, make the show. Faber in 7th, and Alex Bignacco in 8th will knock out some very big names that we thought would make it. Kieran Mulcher, Morgan Fuller, and Dak Jovic are the 3 big names. Will not make the show. Julio Cesar and Vince Freeze as well. But congratulations to Bobo Jones, and we will see you in Heat 2 in just a moment. Alright, so Heat 1 is in the books as we are here, set up and ready to go for Heat 2. Again, once again decided by random draw. So let's go through your order. Gerard Aran and Roger Ray make up row 1. Aran has his teammate, Lawrence Log, locked in on points. Can he join him with Caldwell already making the show? It's Aran and Halleck's turn to try to make it themselves. On row 2, Carlson and Durrell. Durrell making his, would be his first start if he could make the Royale. What would have been his first start back in Denver didn't go so well. So we'll see if he can change his luck here at the Royale and get some momentum. On row 3, you got Carson Bowers, who's had a bad season so far. He needs some momentum. Here's where he could get it, alongside DJ Curtis, who's had an okay season so far. On row 4, you got Jack Halleck, the other Thundersport, trying to lock themselves in, alongside Benoit Laver-Irvine. Irvine, a very strong driver. As we all know, the only rank C to get 2 wins in 1 season. Can he get himself in the Royale now? He's starting in the last transfer position. On row 5, you got Sebastian Morandi, a name we have not said since Season 2. And Morandi's back. He's on the Cleverhouse Racing number 11 car. We'll see what he can do and try to get himself back in for his first race since Season 2. Alongside Dan Bartlett in his last season, his last Royale, or maybe not his last Royale because he's just going to the ITCA. We'll see if he can actually, he'll probably come back because he'll still be under the Trailblazer program. So, no. On row 6, Nick Pericles and Connor Monaco, who's coming off a great Las Vegas performance. On row 7, Daniel Bouchard and Laughter Stuckel. Both just alright seasons. Then it's Connor Monaco and Sean Ard, and finishing it out on the last row is Jack Bignacco and the last Thundersport, Milorad Ryback, the part-time car. But the cars are now getting rolling here in Heat 2. Again, another 15 laps to decide who's getting in. Top 8 once again, and no second chances. All these people really want to make it in, but only 8 of them can. We have our first 8 locked in. Now the last 8 to complete the field. Here in the Royales, it's Gerard Aron, who lead it down to the green flag here at Homestead, Miami Speedway for the last of 2 heats to make the field. Green flag is in the air. And once again, both lines can work. All lines can work. You just need to know how to make it work. Morandi on the apron. That is risky. Irvine's in the wall. Oh, that is not what he wants early. Both Trailblazer cars overdrove it into there. But it's Aron who gets the early advantage, and he'll lead this race. There goes Darrell. Darrell jumps high. Stuckel's in the wall now. We did not see nearly as many people in the wall last race as this race. These people are driving these cars to the limits. Curtis gives a bump to Ray, pushes him wide, and is trying to go down the inside, get third to get behind his teammate. Get a safe distance away from this pack, but now he's stuck on the inside on the back straight, which he's going to lose a lot of momentum, and he'll lose both spots. Oh, Curtis starting to drop at Carlson. Looks like he wants to start to challenge the 91. Currently in your last transfer spot, it's a fight between Hurley and Bartlett, if I'm correct. Yep. I'm not sure which line's going to be better here. It just depends on how the person drives it. Bartlett looks like he's got a good run on the outside with Carson Bowers. Sean Ard in the Red Stallion number 23 machine, not off to the start he wants. They got Bignacco in. Angel was already locked, but I'm not sure if these two will be able to do anything. Irvine back in the wall. He is just driving this car too hard. He needs to pace himself, or he's going to cost himself a spot in the Royale. Bartlett backs off of Hurley, but it looks like, oh, Hurley's going way low. Oh, Morandi! What are you doing? Oh my God! How did they save that? Oh, that's going to destroy their chances at a Royale. But my God! How did they save that? I didn't even know that that was physically possible to save. Oh! The Monarchs! How are they saving it? This is miraculous! How they are saving this time and time again! But Carlson got into Curtis! Oh, team owner William Carlson Jr. is not going to be happy with Curtis after this. There's going to be a talk in the pits. He clips his teammate. Curtis gets sent all the way back. Almost ends up turning Benoit because of it. Benoit holds on. And because of the chaos, Bartlett now into 7th. He's put himself pretty safely in a transfer position now. The fight for the lead is Darrell versus Aron, and Curtis is dead last. Connor Monaco, after somehow not being turned, is making up time and could get himself in if he gets a good enough run. No. Now it's Irvine trying to do something. Irvine has hit the wall twice. But the Ford Alliance just fell apart right there. They're all trying to figure out what just happened. Bartlett gets pushed back into the last transfer spot. Now he's back in danger. There's a possibility that only Bobo Jones can make it in for this team. But Gerard Aran, although being challenged multiple times, it's not too hard to get the lead from someone, but no one's been able to do it from both Jones and Aran. Now Hurley, who was at one point in danger of being knocked out of the race, is coming for the lead. Hurley into second. He's on the rear end of Aran. Can he make a challenge? He rides his rear end. He'll challenge down the inside. So will Darrell. We're 3 wide for the lead. This is the racing action we expect here at Homestead. Gerard, though, because Darrell challenged him in a 3 wide, Gerard got the advantage. Hurley not giving up. It's the battle for the lead. Hurley went from almost being knocked out of the race, and he's now going for it. Connor's in a transfer. Did something happen to Bartlett? Bartlett would come into the corner challenging Carlson and would lose every bit of speed he once had. Connor Monaco would go by, Stukel would go by, and Trailblazer is in a very dangerous position. And into 3 and 4, I think he's got him, Connor Hurley. What a performance. He's honestly been a star this season, but lost the momentum. Did what Bartlett did, and he'll lose it to Gerard Aran once again. And that puts Pericles in a position to try to take second. The Fitzwater Australia is working together down low. Fitzwater Australia is having a fantastic heat race. Although they did lose, they lost Freeze and they lost McShane. Darrell and Bowers are carrying the torch. The last transfer spot. Who is it? Stukel! Oh my god, Hood Huddleston went from not having anyone in to having 2 in just a few laps. Who's their other driver? It's Downey, who I don't believe is in this one. Downey was in the last one, and I don't believe he made it in. I think Trailblazer's screwed right now. I think they're screwed. Bartlett screwed himself, but oh my god, Aran has so much pressure. He's held on every single challenge. Somehow, Pericles' turn. He almost won a Royale a few seasons back. Now it's Pericles' turn to try to challenge. You need to get clear, then you need to jump high and immediately block the momentum. Will he do it? Oh, Darrell! Darrell almost turns him. Gonna go down the inside of Aran. Oh my god, it's on. Where did he come from? Pericles has the lead back. Pericles is your leader. 2 to go. Last transfer spot. It's still the 2 HHSRs. And Trailblazer wanting to do something. They're in the 2 spots out of a transfer spot. And I think they're only going to have their one-off make it in. But the real battle is up here. Darrell is desperate right now. He almost turned Pericles for a challenge at the lead. White flag is in the air for Nick Pericles. Aran, Darrell, and Bowers all want a piece of him. They're all tailing him. Who's gonna make a challenge, if anyone? Down the back stretch, one more time. That's it. The HHSR cars are gonna make it. Through 3 and 4. They don't have enough momentum. And they're gonna make it, and he's gonna make it to the line. Pericles wins Heat 2 in a exciting finish. And it's HHSR who will edge out Trailblazer. And Trailblazer, devastated. They will not make the race. Only Bobo Jones will for that team. But instead, Stukel and Connor Monaco will make the show. 3 ranked Ds in that group were able to make it in. But Nick Pericles, let's go look at the pass for the lead one last time. This was a dramatic moment in the race. We're going to go on board with Jay Durrell. Pericles has it clear, but Durrell doesn't want him to be in the lead. Gives him a bump down low, goes on his high side. Iran wants a piece of it now. He wants to get back to the lead, pushed by Bowers. But Pericles gets a run. We've never seen someone get that low. And he's able to clear, get the lead, and he ran away with this win here at Homestead Miami Speedway in what was a very dramatic finish. It's a great performance. He hasn't had too good of a season compared to his teammates, but this is what he needed. Pericles, Iran, Bowers, Durrell, Hurley, Connor Monaco, Roger Ray, and Laughter Stu Cole will make the show. Benoit Ravine, Dan Bartlett, Sean Ard, William Carlson Jr. After the Monarchs got together, neither will make the show. Halleck, or no, it's actually Bouchard, Ryback, Halleck, Morandi, Benyako, and Curtis. That was an intense race from start to end, and it's somehow 2 HHSR cars will make the show. Congratulations, though, Nick Pericles. This is the momentum that he needed going forward. Could he finally win his first Royale after barely losing one back in Season 4? Let's go look at your finishing results. And so, Nick Pericles wins the second heat by 1.5 tenths over Gerard Iran, who led most of that race, but that battle near the end was able to give it to Nick Pericles. Bowers in third, Durrell in fourth, Hurley fifth, Connor Monaco sixth. The rookie going to make it in the show after a great performance in Vegas. Making the show here at the Royale is definitely what he wants. Ray is in seventh, and Laughter Strukel rounding out the transfer positions. Trailblazer have to be frustrated. They just, early in the race, I'd probably put that down to what happened early in the race. Bartlett got in the wall once, Irvine got in the wall twice. They just continuously overdrove the cars early, trying to get themselves into a transfer position, and it costed them everything. Good thing it's a non-points event, but it would have been nice to see Irvine make the show. Ard, gonna have to just focus on his lights operation. Same with Ryback and Morandi. Morandi's had a good run. Lights, a lot of the people coming up from lights just did not make the show compared to some of these guys. Except for Bobo Jones, who's shown a lot of potential in that zero car. Trailblazer still has some hope, but only in their one-off. We'll see how that goes. And that'll wrap up heats here in Homestead Miami Speedway. And next time we will go over, because off-screen on the Discord we will be talking about the seeds in the tournament. And in the next video we're going to explain everything, what's going on, who's got what seeds, and we'll get the tournament underway here at the Sunoco Royale and Homestead Miami Speedway as the heats are wrapped, qualifications are wrapped up, and now it is time to move on to the main event. And we'll see you all next time. Ciao.